Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, and this is something different than my usual video game stuff, but I figured that I haven't seen much videos on this particular subject on YouTube because I have been looking and I thought, you know what, I can do it, so I will. So recently I have purchased this, yes, because I went into the music shop for a pair of sticks for my electronic kit over here, and I saw this and I had to have it, and I bought it, and now it's here. So the transit, like, I'm not a musician, I'm not trying to join Blink 182, I'm not trying to headline Soundwave, I really enjoy playing the drums. I'm not good, but I can do a bit, and I kind of did everything that I wanted to do on my electric kit, and I kind of wanted to go to this. But there's no real videos or information on the transition from starting on an electric kit to coming onto an acoustic kit, so I figured I would make a series of videos as I learn that everyone else can learn from as well. So tell me if you think this is a good idea, just a very quick distraction about talking about video games for a while I discuss drumming. Not that I have any idea about it, I'm going to probably get words wrong, I don't know what a thing, you know, beginner, amateur, don't really want to learn, I'm kind of, you know, go as I teach myself kind of thing, and on YouTube, thank God. So I wanted to start the series, see how we go, on placement. Now, when you have an electric kit like mine, it's low. And I'm 6'5", so I'm a tall dude. So when I first got that, you can see on the pegs, or the mounts, whatever you want to call them, that the snare is raked up as far as it can go, so is the floor tom, and everything else is really low. Because I noticed that when I had everything really high, and I used to sit really high, because obviously that was comfortable for me, I was playing it like, I had to go like this, and then like that to try and hit, because everything was so high. So I watched, when I went to see Motley Crue, I noticed that Tommy Lee sits really low, and I thought, fuck, I can do that. So I dropped the chair down heaps, put everything down really low, as you can see, and I rock out like that. So when I bought this, I brought it home and I thought, that's my configuration that I like. I'm gonna measure it. So I got the bass drum, put it down to here. I got this, measured it up with the hi-hat. Same with the cymbal, same with the snare. And then I'm playing it and I'm like, well, this is terrible, because I was still sitting so low, and because of the way that these are connected, they were touching the kick drum, and they were on such a terrible angle that when I was playing it, instead of going, I was going, and you probably heard it there, because it was so on such a shitty angle. So I thought, alright, well, I'm going to raise the chair. So I raised the chair, and now everything is fine. And it's my own configuration. I haven't, you know, there's so many purists on YouTube that say, no, you have to have 2 up, 2 down, the ride has to be here with another crash and a splash. Fuck that. Do what you want. Because I've seen some amazing, like I went to Rise Against on the weekend, and that drummer the drummer for Rise Against, has a very strange setup. His hi-hat is like up here, and he goes like this, and he plays it, and the snare drum is raked like that, so he's going kind of like this. So don't listen to anyone else, is my advice. Find out what you enjoy and what works for you. This works for me at the moment because really I'm only going. So yeah, I would love to add another crash on this side, because going like to that is irritating. So one day I'm going to add a second crash there. But from going from an electronic to an acoustic, it's not very hard, but it's not very easy either. Like, there's certain things that you're going to have to get used to, like snare buzz. Listen. You notice the snare's buzzing? Take the wires off. You can't hear it. Another thing I've noticed is it's very loud. I mean, I know you're assuming, oh yeah, I'm going to get a drum kit, it'll be alright, it's going to be loud, but no, it is loud. Especially because I've got a 19-inch dart crash, and like, it's, you know, it's loud. The bass drum is loud, the tom loud, the ride is loud. So yeah, you're going to piss the neighbours off. Luckily I've only got one, and I don't really fucking care, because I'm a hardcore, what can I say. And some other things that I've had to learn from going from the electric kit is A, it's loud, because that's me beating the shit out of it here, and then, you know, so be prepared. Some other things I've noticed is, like, I bury the shit out of the bass drum beater on that, because there's no resistance, because it's a mesh pad. But on this, you'll notice that it hits twice because it's rebounding. Apparently you can you just put a pillow in there and a hole at the front. Like I haven't, this is pretty much straight out of the shop except for some of the tuning. So, you know, be wary of that. Tuning, that's fun. Mate, there is no amount of YouTube videos that prepare you for having to go around each drum and tune it and then go. To make sure it's in tune. And again, everyone's like, oh no, you need to tune this one that way. Fuck that. If it sounds good to you, it sounds good. Like there's no, I don't believe in a specific way, unless it's maths or science where there is a definite answer. I don't believe that there is a definite answer to set up drums or how they sound, or even play them. If you want to go and play like that, go for it. If you want to go up like this and do it, go for it. If you want to put that in the middle and go like that, go for it. Do your own thing, essentially. So that's pretty much all I've learned so far. And if you want to play it quieter, I would recommend these things. They're called roots, I believe, and they are just a series of little sticks. And they're significantly quieter, even when you beat the shit out of it, than an actual drumstick. Again, it's going to sound different, but you know, just for practicing, I suppose. They are light. I believe ProMark make them as well, and they've got a different name, but just go to the music shop and ask for roots. They don't know what you're talking about. Or you can jazz it up and get some brushes, if that's what you're into. And you can I mean, you're just going to scratch the shit out of all the heads. And again, it's not like, you're not going to get the same sound, but if you just want to practice quietly, then there's really nothing else you can do. Or buy an electric kit. Or just jazz out. So that's really about it. Like, again, with the configuration, I mean, it's so customizable, and if you have the money, you can put the toms on a completely different rack, so they're not influenced by the bass drum as much. But really, that's all I've learned so far. So as I keep playing and adding stuff, like again, I do want to add a second crash. I want to get like maybe a much smaller one. I'm thinking probably anywhere from 16 to 18 inches on the left, and then move my dark crash over here and have that as my secondary crash, because this thing is loud and it's very dark. Again, I will hit it. See? And I feel it would be better over there. I've also got the Slipknot hi-hat cymbals. This is what happens when you buy a package and they've run out of the cymbals and they have to quickly like give you better cymbals. So you end up with a mismatch. I've got a Zildjian, I've got a Paiste, I've got, you know, Slipknot hi-hats, but, you know, I don't give a shit. No one's paying me money to use their cymbals, so, you know, it sounds good to me. That's all that matters. Still running the stock heads. You know, they don't sound as good as if you went and got proper heads. I mean, these are Pearl Remos. So, good, again, Remo, which is a great brand, but, again, they're not going to put the best on here, are they? So eventually, when I break them or just destroy them, I'm going to add new ones. I don't see the point in paying money now. So that's about it. So join me on this adventure in the world of percussion. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Au revoir.